Good evening, everybody. Welcome to our fourth webinar for the World Robot Olympiad here in South Africa. My name is Duncan, and I will be taking you through everything tonight, WRO related. Welcome, and thank you for joining us this evening. I know that some of you, hopefully most of you, almost all of you, are at home with your families. I'm at home with mine right now. So if you hear some noise in the background, I do apologize. I have a recently 1-year-old and a 4-year-old running around here with me. So you may hear some very strange sounds going on in the background. So I do apologize if you hear something quite funny. And let's jump straight into it right now. So as always, I want to thank Resolute for sponsoring the World Robot Olympiad this year. It is a great partnership. They have really come on board, and a lot of their staff are coming in to assist as judges at our events. So thank you to Resolute. If you are not sure who Resolute is, they are an incredible initiative. They are running a whole robotics program. There's robotics curriculum as well as product that you can get for them, all developed for your schools. There's even stuff around WRO and a WRO course as well if you are interested, especially designed for new coaches. You may see me on there as well from time to time. But thank you to Resolute Robotics for joining and helping us with the World Robot Olympiad. It is great to have you as always. And like normal, if you are looking for anything WRO related, if you're looking for any equipment, perhaps you want to buy robots, maybe you're looking for game mats, the best place to go is Hands-On Technologies, the official Lego education provider in Southern Africa. They will be able to assist you. That's where you will get the official WRO mats. Those are the ones we use at all of our national and provincial competitions. So please, if you are looking for anything World Robot Olympiad, whether it be product, whether it be mats, that's the place to go. Everything is available on their website. If you see something that says out of stock, send them an email, info@handsontech.co.za, and they will be able to assist you. So let's jump straight into what our webinar is about. We are talking about the judging experience and what you need to be a judge in the WRO in South Africa specifically. We will talk a little bit later about the international and how that works. And of course, we will have our Q&A right at the end. And tonight, because we are talking about judges, we have a very special prize giveaway of 2 really awesome Lego Polaroid cameras. And those are going to go to 2 people tonight. So let's have a look at the roles and the criteria of a judge. Now, the role of a judge, you are there for the teams. That is your primary concern, is the teams themselves and the ones that you have been assigned. And this goes for all judges, whether you are a table judge, whether you are judging in the Future Innovators, Future Engineers, RoboSports, or you are lucky enough to be one of the head judges, or maybe not lucky enough to be a head judge. It all depends on what happens on the day. You are there to also assist other judges, please. Our judging family works well together. We have a wonderful relationship with everybody. So please assist your other judges on the day, especially if you have experience. All of the new guys are looking to you for support. So please feel free to jump in and assist them when needed. We have an incredible judging group here in South Africa, and we are really, really lucky. You will also be scoring the teams fairly. And there we put very big emphasis on fairly. You treat every single team in the same way. Give them the same experience, an incredible experience, because all of these children have worked incredibly hard throughout the year to be here at this competition. Regardless of how they do on the day, we want to make sure that they have fun and that we treat them all the same. A big one for me as judges, you should be enjoying the competition. If you're not enjoying the competition, you need to come and chat to me because we'll make it fun for you somehow. You should be having a great time and you want to come back. A lot of our judges with experience, I'm sure we'll hear from them in the Q&A, will tell you that they have had a lot of fun at these events and they keep coming back, especially our first-time judges last year. If you are in there, I would really like to hear from you in the Q&A, just to give all of the new people who are not so sure if they want to judge or not, just an idea of how you found the experience. And of course, Every time you judge, you learn a little bit more about WRO, about yourself, and about the teams that attend this incredible event. Let's go through some general judging do's. So these are things that you want to do and should be doing as a judge. You should score. You should be assisting teams with scoring and doing some rule clarifications. This will be throughout everything, whether you are a table judge all the way up to the category head judges. You will be dealing with scoring and rule clarifications. We'll be doing a lot of team management. Head judges have a different team management to what table judges do. Table judges are the most important at this competition because without you guys, we would not be able to run these incredible events. Again, I'm putting it here because I like to put emphasis on it. You assist your fellow judges anywhere and everywhere you can. And then a very big one, we escort some teams to the bathrooms. Now, we escort the team members to the bathrooms as judges because, one, we want to make sure that they are safe. Sometimes kids will be feeling very stressed and they'll use the bathroom as an escape or they'll try and run away. In very extreme cases, sometimes you may find coaches hiding in bathrooms to give the teams USB sticks. They may be standing there waiting to give them something. They may be following you to try and give the team some kind of advantage. Watch out for that, please, and make sure that our team members are safe and that we have a fair competition. Then some general judging don'ts. So the number one rule I have, and if you've ever been to the international final, you will know that I really put a lot of emphasis on this. Do not ever touch a team's robot without permission. You may be the category head judge, you may be the biggest judge at the event, you still are not allowed to touch a team's robot without permission. And the reason for that is because if something goes wrong with that robot, you will get the blame not only from the team, but from the coaches, the spectators, and the parents. So protect yourself, don't touch a robot without the team's permission. And the same thing goes with their programming device. There are times where you will need to do it, and there's a specific thing that we will do with it, and a specific order that needs to take place. But we'll go over that in the official judges' meetings. Then, please do not assist any team with building ideas, route planning, programming, and communication with coaches or spectators, unless it is absolutely necessary, the communication part. The idea is that these children have been working very hard on their robots. They've arrived at this event. They know how to build. They know where their robot should be moving, and they know how to program. What sometimes happens, you may think you're giving a nice suggestion, telling the team, oh, just get your robot to go pick that up and you'll get an extra 50 points. What happens is the team will follow your idea. If the robot then doesn't do it, it doesn't work, you get the blame for them not doing well at the event. So please do not assist teams with any knowledge on the day. If you feel that you want to, that you need to, talk to the head judges will see and plan and work out if they can assist the teams in some way. We want you to be on your table with all of your 6 teams, looking after all of them. We don't want you to spend your time with just one team. Head judges will move in to assist teams with any issues. Then, please, never disrespect, tease, or make fun of a team's robot. It is very demoralizing. We do see it a bit at international finals. You may think that a robot looks funny, and sometimes the teams take offense to that kind of thing, and they can be very, very emotional. Remember, they have put months of work into these robots. These robots look weird. They are rickety sometimes. They've got bright colors. They don't work sometimes. They may be a very, very basic design because the team has only had a week to practice for the event. Please treat every team the same way, with respect, excitement, and let them know that they have done an incredible job to be there. Please don't show any bias towards any team, whether it be your own team, your favorite team on the table. Do not show any bias towards any team. We want all teams to be treated fairly and in the same way. And a big one for me, if you've ever been to any of our events, you will know this one. Please do not block the spectators from viewing the competition table. I've got a couple of slides coming up now, which will show you exactly what I mean. So here we are at the international final. We have Team South Africa sitting there on the table. They are setting up. They're doing quite well. The great-grandmother has flown all the way from South Africa to Germany to watch this team, and a judge goes and does this. You stand right in front of the table. table, blocking the view of the robot going round, and now they can't see what their great-grandchildren have done. It is really upsetting to the families and the spectators when they can't see. Please stand to the sides of the tables. And now we've got a little game. So this is called Spot the Judges in the Pink. And what you will notice is this is the international final from last year. You will notice that all of the judges wearing pink are standing to the sides of the table. That is so that our spectators can see what is happening on the game mats with their teams. The only people that should be blocking the table are the teams, because they are completely allowed to. They can stand wherever they want around the game mat, but please do not block anybody from viewing the game mat. Try and keep that in mind, and if you see a judge standing on the side of the table right in front there blocking the view, please just go up to them and remind them that please stand to the sides or stand in the start area so that the spectators can see. Some have traveled very far to these events. And for anybody interested, you can see me right in the corner over there. I remember that I was discussing a disqualification of a team, but there I am there at the international final. And now we have the judging hierarchy. So within all of the events, there is a hierarchy to the judges. We have our table judges. For future innovators, you will be the standard judging panel. You work in pairs. For future engineers, it's the same thing. We have table judges as well as RoboSports. We have referees. So please, table judges, because you're called a table judge, doesn't take anything in a bad way. You are the bones of this competition. Without you, we cannot run these events. You are the most important people there, more important than the team sometimes, because we could not do this without you. The teams could not score without you. So for me, you are the most important people we have. We then have our age group head judges. These are the people that look after you and make sure that you have everything that you need in order to judge the teams. They're also there to assist you with rule clarifications. They will assist in any way that they can. If you need to go to the bathroom and you need them to step in while you are scoring, they will do so. So please ask your head judges to assist you with anything. If you are not sure on how to do something, they are there to assist. We then have the category head judge, and these are the guys right on top. They overlook the entire competition and are there to assist all age groups. We are there to assist the head judges. We are also there to assist the table judges. If you see your category head judge walking around, and again, you need to go get a cup of coffee, you are more than welcome to ask the category head judge to assist you by stepping in and looking after your table for the time that you are out of the room. So please look after each other, regardless of what title you may be given at this event or these events. You are important, and we want to look after you. So taking a look at some do's for our judges. So our table judges, you will work in pairs. If you are brand new to the competition, we do pair you with somebody who has experience. And because we have a very good track record with internationals, you may have an international judge with you. You will manage the teams that you have been assigned. You will be given 6 teams on your table that you will look after for the entire day. You will help them where you can. If they need power to be on their tables, you will be there to assist and let the head judges know. You look after your 6 teams and make sure that they have a good time practicing, that they enjoy the event, and that you score them fairly. You will then need to clarify any rules or questions from teams. So only from teams, and you'll see why in a bit, but you will be asked many questions. Teams will disagree with you and how the rules work because they have misread it or their coach has not given them the correct rules. So please make sure that you are up to date with the rules, that you attend all of the meetings, and we will go through all of that in those meetings. You are then there to score and time the teams. This is a very small component of what you do. It is when you will be under the most pressure, but it is quite a lot of fun, and the teams do tend to do quite well. Again, I cannot emphasize it enough. Please assist your fellow judges and head judges. We need you out there. You'll also be checking the size of the robots during quarantine, as well as the weight now that it has been put in. We've got a special thing that we'll do with the weight, but we'll speak about that in the meetings. So you'll be checking the robot size using the cubes. Robots have to be 250 by 250 by 250 millimeters. And again, if you are not sure if the robot fits within the box, call the head judge and they will be able to assist. You'll then also be setting up the table elements before all of the important scoring runs, because you have to make sure that they are in the correct randomization and that they have been placed correctly. And again, you escort teams to the bathroom when needed. For our age group head judges, you assist and manage all of the table judges. You help them with anything that they need. If it's pens, if it's paper, whatever they may need, you will assist. You clarify a lot of the rules and scoring disputes with a lot of teams. So if a team does not agree with the table judges' score that they have been given, the head judge is called and they will make a final ruling based on the evidence that's given to them on the table, what the judge has said, and what the team has said. You then manage your assigned age group. Within a lot of the events, we have 3 age groups, and you will manage your own. You will also disqualify or penalize teams. So you'll notice that the age group head judges are the ones who have the power to disqualify or penalize the team, and not the table judges, because our age group head judges have a lot of experience with this. They know the rules quite well, and they know what is a disqualifiable event and what is a penalizing event. They will also communicate with spectators regarding rules, primarily coaches. So from the spectator side, the people on the other side of the barrier, we will only talk to coaches because coaches know the rules. Spectators and parents sometimes don't understand the rules, they don't know what's happening, and it can be quite difficult to try and explain, and we don't have much time. So we will only communicate with coaches on the other side. We'll then manage the table randomization. So our head judges do table randomization, and then we set it out for all of the other tables in the event. They check and confirm the score sheets as they are being entered and put in, and they escort teams to the bathrooms when needed. Our category head judge will assist with everything and anyone. They'll also clarify any rules and scoring disputes. So you don't need to go directly to your head judge. If you see your category head judge walking around, you can go and discuss with them. They will communicate with coaches directly in a lot of matters, and they will manage all of the assigned categories. So they'll make sure that everything runs smoothly. Again, they can also disqualify and penalize a team, and they will assist with all of the category admin issues, things of making sure score sheets are handed out on time, that you have all of the pens, the surprise rules, and the elements that you need. They'll also explain and hand out the surprise rules to all of the judges and head judges during the meeting. So in that time, you'll be given the surprise rule, and the rule will be explained. It'll be shown to you so that you can explain it to the teams on your table. They also manage all of the timing, and of course, will also escort teams to the bathroom when needed. So having a look at some don'ts for table judges. Again, we never touch a team's robot. As table judges, please don't communicate with the spectators and coaches. You should be looking after all of your teams on your tables and should be ignoring what's going on the other side, unless you see some cheating, in which case you need to step in and speak to them. Please don't give teams any advice whatsoever. It is not really great. A big one for me, please make sure there's at least one judge on your table at all times. Do not leave your table unattended. Sometimes teams will wait to be called to the table in order to practice, and if you're not there, they just stand in line and don't run. Please don't block any spectator views. Don't make fun of teams' robots. Show bias towards any teams. A big one for me, we had this as a problem last year at the international final. Please do not threaten a team with any disqualification or penalization without a head judge being present or having given you permission. What you will do is you completely demoralize that team. They then fall apart. There are tears, there's chaos. We then have to deal with it as head judges. So please make sure you do not threaten a team with disqualification. You can give them a warning. So if they are swearing at you, if they are fighting with another team member, you are more than welcome to say that they may be disqualified based on what the head judge says. But please, anything that you see as a possible disqualifiable or penalizing event, you need to bring the head judge in or the category head judge in to make the final decision. As our age group and category head judges, we do not touch any of the team's robots without asking any permission. We do not give teams advice, we don't disrespect the robots, we don't show bias, and we don't block the spectator view. So all the same as what our table judges do. There are some exceptions to some of the rules. So teams who have a hardware or software issue, these will be the guys that are sitting at their table and they don't come to practice because their robots are not running properly. It could be a battery issue, a cable's not plugged in properly, maybe their robot is updated. In those cases, you are welcome to call the head judge, and the head judge will do their best to assist those teams to get back up and running. We want as many teams to be running on the tables as possible, and a team should not be sitting and waiting for something to happen. We need to assist them if there is a known hardware or software issue. So please, if you see anything, bring in the head judges unless you know how to sort it out yourself. You can then talk to the spectators and coaches for the teams that require any special medication. We have it every now and again that some teams need to take some medicine at certain times. So please be aware that if you see a parent waving a little box, that it may be the case. Find out what's happening and get that kid the medication that they need. We also have a rule that when a team is emotionally devastated, they cannot be consoled by judges. In those cases, the head judges are called, and sometimes we will bring or request the coach to come to the barrier or the parent to come to the barrier so that they can have a little bit of a pep talk to get them back up and running again. And this will happen a lot with teams who are under a lot of pressure. They expect their robot to do well, and things just fall apart. So who can actually judge? Now that we know sort of some of the roles and rules around judging, who can actually judge at these events? Well, any first-time coach, anyone new to WRO South Africa, we highly recommend that you join us as a judge. For all of you veteran coaches, veteran judges, you are also more than welcome. We want to have you back because of your experience, and we want you there. Parents of any WRO SA team are also welcome to join. I know that sitting on the other side can sometimes be very boring. So please, if you feel that you want to do something fun and exciting, judging is an incredible thing to do. So come and join us on the judging side. And anyone who has an interest in World Robot Olympiad is welcome to join as a judge. There is one condition for all judges. You have to be over the age of 19. So in order to judge, you have to be over the age of 19. Do you need any prior WRO or maybe robotics experience? Well, no. Anybody is welcome to judge and will be given enough guidance that they can do it quite successfully. We'll take you through everything that you need to know. And remember, you are not judging alone. You are judging in a pair. So there are two of you who will be able to look after the teams on the table and will have the knowledge to judge successfully. All of our new judges are always placed. We do our best to place them with judges who have experience. And in extreme cases where people are incredibly nervous, we give you the best judges we possibly can. We are talking about team judges with 4 or 5 years of international judging experience to guide you on your judging journey. And head judges will most definitely have international experience. They'll have lots of national experience, and they will have a great knowledge of the World Robot Olympiad and how the judging process works. So what criteria makes a good judge? Judges should be very friendly. If you are not too friendly, the teams tend to not want to come and practice at your table. They do badly, and you impact how they do. So be as friendly and open as possible. Talk to them. They're waiting in line. They're quite bored. So find out how they're doing. What's their robot name? What they had for breakfast or for lunch? What do they think of the weather today? Just chat to the teams that you've got, and they will give you some really cool things. You should be observant. You should be looking around, making sure that your teams are coming to the table, but also looking for anywhere where you can see there may be cheating. So things like notes being passed across barriers, computers being brought in after a break. These are all kinds of things we need to be observant and looking for. Judges should be very attentive to your teams and their needs. So if you see a team member who is almost fainting, make sure they get some water. They need to be looked after. They will sit there until we tell them to leave. So please make sure you look after them in the best way possible. You should be of a high integrity. You should follow the rules, and you should be able to come up and say if you have made a mistake. So please don't be afraid. And a big one, you should understand the rules, not just have read the rules, you should understand them and how they work. So some things to remember while you are judging. Judges are there for the teams. The teams are not there for the judges. So teams are there to have fun. They are there because they love robotics. They are there to try and do the best that they can to get into nationals and possibly go to the international final. So understand that they are there for the robotics. They're not there to listen to you give them a speech or make friends with them. They are there to do the robotics. And what you can do to help them is to be friendly, to be kind, and to give them a lot of good pep talks. Just be on their side. When their robot does well, cheer for them. When their robot does badly, cry with them. But let them know that it's not the end of the world and there's always more events to come. For me, the number one thing is that a team should be enjoying the experience. We are doing this all for the teams. So please make sure that when you are on your table, these kids are having a great time. So having a look at some very specific table challenge items between Explorer and RoboMission, our two largest categories. With RoboMission and Explorer, there is a specific way the robot should start. The robot needs to be completely inside of the white starting area. This includes all of the cables. If part of the robot is overhanging the border, it'll be a different color, but if it's overhanging the border, the robot is not allowed to start and is too big. So please make sure that when the teams are setting up their robots during practice, they are aware that nothing is allowed to overhang the starting area. We then have a big decision when it comes to things being in or out. This is an image from one of the events a few years ago, and this is the level of detail that we go to when we judge. This block is out of the area for which they will score points. So if you are not sure, if it's very close to call, you jump down on the mat, zoom in and try and see. If it's still too difficult to call, you bias your decision towards the best possible outcome of the team. We judge an absolute, so it's in or it is out. There is no in between. When we time, we use our own cellular devices or our own stopwatches that we've brought with us. The reason for that is you know your timer better than anybody else because hopefully you've opened it and used it once or twice. There are only 2 minutes allowed for teams to run during RoboMission. Once the 2-minute timer has hit the end, you tell the team to stop and we score them from that point. The judge will start the timer once the word go has been said by the judge who's doing the counting. And again, the timer only stops when a team touches the robot and the program ends. So make sure the teams are aware of that when they're coming to your tables. Tell them you guys have to touch the robot in order for it to stop and for me to stop timing. When they come to the table for your judge's speech, you will tell them that as well. So how do I become a WRO judge? Well, to become a judge, you select your category and your age group that you are interested in. It could be RoboMission, it could be Future Innovators, even Explorer. You can then read and understand the rules. There are 2 rule sets for all categories. The general rules, which govern how the competition should run, how robots should look, and what the team rules are. And then you have the game rules, what actually happens during the runs of the robot, so what the missions of the robot are. You need to read both of those rule documents and understand them, but don't worry, we do have our judges meetings where we go through all of that as well. Once you've got an idea of what you want to do, what age group you're looking at, you've known and understand the rules, you can then register as a judge or through the WRO website. All of our judges registrations will close on the 1st of July. We may keep it open for a little bit longer if we need more judges. And you as a coach, if you haven't registered to judge, you may just get an email requesting that you do, which you can either accept or reject. You just let us know. But we may need extra judges given the enormous number of teams that we have this year. And you may register for a judge or as a judge in more than one event. So if you are in the Western Cape, if you are in KZN, if you are in a place where there is more than one event happening, there could be Explorer on a Friday and then the other categories on a Saturday. You may be in Gauteng where we actually have 5 different events running all over the place. You may register for more than one and judge in more than one of those events. You do not only need to judge in the events in which your teams are participating, you can judge in any of the WRO events wherever you like. So once your registration has been submitted, please wait for us to assign you to an age group. Once we have assigned our judges, you will receive an invitation with information all about the event and where you have been placed. Please respond to this invitation with an accept so that we know that you have seen it and that you have accepted this position. We then won't start assigning judges that we have in reserve to your position. You'll also then receive the links to the judges' quiz, as well as any online meetings that have been set up. So the judges quiz, this is a quiz that we make, and it's designed to test your knowledge. It's designed to bring you up to speed with how certain things should be judged, and it's basically a bit of fun. You can do it as many times as you like. If you fail it 50 times, it does not matter. The idea is that when you see these scenarios coming up, you will be able to judge them in the correct way. So please, if you fail our judges quiz, don't feel bad. Try again, read the rules, and you are more than welcome to sit and do the quiz with the rules in front of you, please. At the event, if you're not sure of how to judge something, you will have the rule book. So please use it. It is there for you. You will then receive your table and team allocations closer to the event date. We can't lock down any of the teams right up until sort of the last week or 2 weeks before the event, because teams are always moving and changing. Team members are getting sick and being replaced. We have teams that are unable to attend events. Some have changed their team names. We don't know what happens. It all comes down sort of to the last minute. So please don't expect to see your team allocation and which table you're judging on until you are closer to the event. Once you've been accepted as a judge, on the day of the event, please try and arrive early and don't miss the judges meeting. The judges meeting, and this is a physical meeting, is very, very important. This is where the head judges will go through the surprise rules with you. It's where we'll go through many different ways, and it's where you get to be introduced to your judging family for the day. And please have fun and always enjoy this judging experience. I've been doing it for 10 or 11 years now, and I have loved every minute of it. So I hope you have too, if you are some of our veterans. So what to expect at an event if you are a judge? Well, you're going to wear this very stylish, beautiful judge's bib. Please give it back at the end. We do collect those and we give them at different events. So we have these wonderful, stylish judge's bibs, which you will don and be part of our judging team. We've had a great improvement on these. Unfortunately, some of you may just get our horrible mustard yellow ones. We don't know just yet. You will be standing quite a lot. A lot of our tables will be on the floor and there'll be a lot of walking around. So please wear some comfortable shoes. Wear something comfortable. You need to be at your best on the day, so be comfortable. You don't have to look good, you just have to be comfy. If it's your very first time, you will be nervous, but you will quickly learn that it was for nothing. It is quite a lot of fun when you start, and again, all of our experienced judges will tell you it's not as difficult as you think it is. You're going to be quite active, you're going to be quite busy walking around, talking to teams, talking to other people, and just having a bit of fun. You will have what I call a favorite team on your table. This will be a team who might not be the best. They are the team that has the greatest team spirit. They are coming backwards and forwards, and they just keep trying and trying and trying. You will have a favorite team on your table. And what I like to do at the end is I like to find out who your favorite team was and why, because it shows you the determination of the kids and it makes the experience for you. And there is no problem with having a favorite team as long as you teach or treat every single team on your table in the same way. And a big one, you will tend to have more fun than you think you actually will. With some admin, judging is completely voluntary. There are no judges who get paid in order to judge. It's all by our own expenses. We have to get there ourselves. What we do or can do at some events is we do supply a special judges lunch. This will be announced during the judges meeting, so there is something for you as well. And the thing to remember that all of the judges in our judging pool are people who have a love for WRO or robotics. So if you are a WRO judge, you probably have a love for one of these two things, and everybody else around you has the same. So it is a great group of people to get to know and an incredible family to be a part of. In South Africa, we pride ourselves on having some of the best judges in the world. Our judges are incredibly competent, they're fair, they're very professional, and they have a very high standard. We run our competitions like we run the international finals, so our judges are of an incredibly high standard. So once you've joined the judging pool, you will be some of the best out there. And as South Africa, because we have a lot of judges, because we have this love for WRO, we do tend to send the most judges to the international finals in all different categories. So if you are wanting to travel overseas and go and see an international event, a good way to do it is to join as a judge. You do have to pay your own expenses though. So please, if you're going to choose the country to go to, make sure it's one that's not too expensive. Then, in order to judge internationally, there is a little bit of a checklist that you have to have done. You need to have judged at provincial events. This could be over a number of years. It could be just in your first year. You need to have judged at that year's international final. And the reason for that is because if you don't judge at that international final, we've got no way of knowing if you understand the rules to put your name forward to the International Association. You must then have notified us that you would like to judge overseas. Our national organizer, Dani, will put your name forward to the International Association, who will then make the final decisions on whether or not you are accepted as a judge. We put a whole list of all of your achievements and how long you've been judging for, what you've done, and that is then put up against all the other judges in the world, and they then choose who will go through to the international final. Some important contact details. As always, we're coming to the end of this webinar. If you have any questions regarding judging, if you have any questions regarding WRO, the easiest way to get hold of us is to email wro@handsontech.co.za. That comes straight to me, it comes to Dani, and we do our best to reply as quickly as possible. If you really need to get hold of us, you can call our office number 011-462-2581, and we will be able to assist you. Otherwise, get to the website. And the best way, if you're not on the mailing list already, you should join. There are a lot of really cool things that come there. As always, at the end of every webinar, we have our Q&A. I did see we had a question in chat, and the question was, where's the WRO competition this year? It's being held in Singapore this year. Singapore is going to be quite expensive, so please budget quite a bit for it. It is going to be a really incredible event. It's in an amazing setting, and if you don't know anything about Singapore, they have a rainforest in their airport. It is incredible. So please, if you are looking to go overseas, this could be an absolutely incredible event. I can't talk about where it is next year or the year after, but it's in the pipeline. There are some really cool things happening. So if you have any questions, please feel free to unmute and ask now. There we go. We got a really cool question. Is there a specific format for in-house judging challenges? So the in-house judging challenge, you will judge it based on the score sheet that you see there. Now remember, with in-house, this is the challenge that you run in your own venue and your own event, and you score the teams yourselves. You can change the competition as much as you like to give your teams either an easier experience or a more difficult experience, and you can judge them really how you want to. If you are an international judge, if you are a WRO judge, if it's your first time and you've been to one of the events, you tend to judge those teams just like you would an official WRO event. But because the purpose of in-house is for the teams to have fun and build their robotics knowledge, then please judge it as best as you can for your teams. Give them the fun that they want to have. So we won't share the slides tonight, but there will be a video recording that you can watch with everything going on. Okay. Is there a link to the judging sheets? All of the judging sheets you will find inside of the rule documents. So please check those out if you're doing the in-house challenge. There's level 1, level 2, and level 3 is coming out soon. So check it out on the website. You'll be able to find it all there. Great. So any of the rules, if you are looking for them, you will find them on the association website. Otherwise, you will find them on the WRO SA website. There's the general rules as well as the game rules that you can find. So please make sure you download those, print them out, highlight anything that you think is important. And again, when we go through our meetings, we will go through the rules in depth so that we can clarify anything and everything. And as a sense of practice and purpose, I like to make the judging meetings open to anybody, including team coaches and teams themselves, because they will learn a lot about how the judging works, but also they will learn some very important tips and tricks when it comes to judging at the event. They may also learn how the rules are actually supposed to read. So please, if you've got teams, they are more than welcome to attend our judges meeting and ask questions as well. Am I able to share an example of a surprise rule? Well, the surprise rules are based on elements on the table that are unseen. It's a slight change to the rules. It's something that is fairly simple to do and worth quite a few points. There are some examples that we can share. I'll put some up on the website as some past ideas. I'll put the international final one for you up as well so that you can give it a try if you like. But generally, surprise rules will be something pretty simple. It could be moving an element somewhere else. It could be that there's a new element on the table that matches kind of the other elements that are there, or it could be having some kind of change to a rule. Perhaps you have a blue element that had to go to a blue area and now it has to go to a red area. Something as simple as that. So do WRO events happen only at specific provinces? Do all the provinces host? So currently there are 5 provinces that host the WRO events. We are trying to find more communities to build up and host more events. It's basically based on the total number of teams that apply. If we find there are a lot of teams from, let's say, the Northwest that have been applying, we will look at the possibility of hosting a new event in that province. If a school or somebody comes forward and says that they would like to host, we will definitely look at it and try and help them. With just how the competition has grown this year, we have had more than 250 new teams join the competition since last year. So we have a huge number of teams this year, nearly 1,000 in the country that are going to be competing. So well done to all of you. It is an incredible event this year. And as a little thing for everybody, South Africa is the #1 country in terms of growth in the world for WRO. And that is all thanks to you as coaches. Without you, we would not be able to do this incredible stuff that we are able to do. Great.
Hi, Duncan.
Yes, please go ahead.
Hi. It's not really a question, but an observation. So it was my first time judging last year, and there was a lot of the children who were giving out stuff that they made or sweets or things like that. I don't know. I just felt very uneasy accepting those things, but from children you can't say no, but it almost felt like bribing the judges.
Yes, it happens a bit, and that's just showing you really that you are a good judge and they're enjoying you. If teams are doing that, it's something that also happens at the international final. Remember, the purpose of this is for them to have fun. Some teams will bring things to share with other teams because that might be how their coach has seen it. Maybe they've gone overseas and they like that experience. Feel free to take something. It's not bribery. It's the norm. It's something you will see a lot at WRO. It's a lot of fun. And if you've got something to give them, you are welcome to, but please just check that they don't have any dietary restrictions beforehand. Always make sure of that. You don't want to poison someone on the day, but you are welcome to. judge all the teams fairly. They may be trying to get on your good side, but it's not going to change the way you score, because remember, there are two of you and you've got the head judge who's secretly watching over your shoulder. If you feel uncomfortable with anything, let the head judge know. Thank you, everybody, for joining. I hope you will come with us if it's your first time on your WRO journey. You are joining an elite pool of judges and you will have a lot of fun. Anyone who's been to their first WRO will tell you it is an incredible experience. You have a lot of fun as a judge, and I'm sure for all of our judges who've done it for the first time last year, you can speak to us and let us know that you had a good experience, you enjoyed it. I know we've got a couple of people here. Christo joined us last year. We've got Ludwig, who's been overseas quite a few times. Robert has been quite a few. Piet has gone. We've got a lot of judges here. Yuri's here. We've got a lot of judges here with international experience, 4 or 5 years or more. So we do have an absolutely incredible pool and wealth of knowledge. Thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful evening, and you should be receiving your judges' invitations in the next week or two once we've locked down the final team movements. So keep a heads up for that, and I look forward to seeing you at the events. Thank you very much. Have a good evening.